Welcome to The Basement Dweller with your host, Jacob Santoro, a.k.a. your favorite man-child.
Ba-boom. We in this. We made it. Nothing?
I know.
Do you want to try that again?
I have mic fright.
Yeah, it only took you 17 cigarettes to even sit down with me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not used to being recorded a lot of the time.
People know the real
I'm
you.
a visual artist, you know.
Oh.
Not recording though.
You want to know we want to know the real side of Cristian.
The real side of me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it? Like I'm just supposed to just start spilling my guts about,
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't started crying yet.
Oh my god.
Welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am too.
Got our drinks,
our dubious unnamed clear,
drinks,
fizzy alcoholic drinks that taste like
that
burped cranberry into my
tastes like
Sprite.
schmeischma. That's what it kind of rhymes with, you know. I love them. They're so good.
Really?
Yeah. So good. I'm starting to pick this way over beer now.
This one specifically just tastes like someone poured a little bit of carbonated water in my vodka glass.
Yeah, like kind of definitely has like a vodka soda taste. I think that's why I like it. Because
I've never been a fan.
No,
Nah,
I like it.
This is all right. I mean, it said, what was it? Blood orange.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, I like it. Well, I like sparkling water.
No, I can't do that.
No.
I'm just, I drink regular Coke.
I asked this on another episode. So like, if you had to stop drinking beer altogether, and like you could only have like a liquor-esque drink, only one though, what would it be?
A liquor-esque drink?
Yeah, like it has to have liquor in it, but it can't be beer.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't mind like just a glass of whiskey. That's pretty bomb.
Straight?
Yeah.
I get sick.
Some Gentleman Jack. I love that stuff.
I remember you thought you were so cool when we were like 21 and you bought that bottle of Gentleman Jack.
Yeah, dude. I was just like, it's like Jack Daniels, but worse.
So that's just how you know, like, it's better, you know?
Yeah.
Do you ever,
like, it's got a fancier bottle, you know?
Have you ever had, like, fancy, like real, like, fancy, like, whiskey?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know how many labels how many like brands I'm allowed to drop.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, you can just say whatever you want. I mean, just a general question. I mean, like, have you ever had like what you would consider like top shelf stuff
Of whiskey,
or like a dark liquor?
I wouldn't remember any of them, but like I know my uncle Christian from California. Like, a lot of times, like when he comes back, like comes over here to visit, he'll bring me like a bottle, and we'll like have a couple glasses of whiskey. Usually buys some pretty good stuff. He's like a craft beer guy. So
okay. I hate it.
Oh,
okay, so there's definitely a difference between Scotch and whiskey, but I remember for Art's bachelor party, we all just had like a nice glass of Scotch, and I wanted to be a part of it, and like it literally tasted like I was just drinking like liquid smoke. It was so gross.
it's not bad.
Never understood that. Like how you could just like it tastes so awful, but you're just like,
Yeah, I mean, I'll sip anything. Like really, like, I mean, I'll also not sip. Do you remember that time at that party?
Oh yeah, I love that time
when I was really drunk and then you just were taking.
I was mad. Yeah,
I guess you were mad at me. But you like just put like a whole glass like these.
Yeah,
just full of Fireball.
I didn't think you would do it. That's why.
I was very drunk, Jacob.
So fucking funny.
You could have put anything in front. You could have put fucking coyote piss in front of me. I probably would drink it.
It's so bad. That was so disgusting, dude. I can barely do shots. That's the problem. And I think that's why I stick to beer and like seltzers and stuff like that, because if it's not a mixed drink, I don't want to drink it. Like I've never understood. Like I've had friends that were always like let's do some shots and go do something.
Oh no.
Yeah, like or it's just like it's like I mean like you're bar hopping and then you just like we're only gonna do shots here and then we're gonna keep going. I'll have a beer or I'll have like a rum and coke.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of the same way. Usually, like if I ever do shots, I make sure it's like at a place that I don't plan to leave for a significant amount of time. Because I might get too drunk. But yeah, that's generally how it's been like for the last couple of years. But like, yeah, definitely bar hopping and stuff. I've ever like done shots, it's always like it's an amazing story after the fact. You know?
I just feel like you're the worst human being. Like no, not you. I mean, like in general. Like I feel like like drunk off of just shots is like your worst person.
Oh yeah, well, because you get drunk so fast.
Yeah,
because shots they're like not intimidating, you know, because it's just like a one and done.
right.
You know?
Yeah, but I look so stupid when I do them too.
Everyone does. Everyone does.
You know,
Hot.
like the back of your throat feels just like sizzling bacon. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
no, I mean, but like I think I do shots like when I'm nervous. Like I would go on dates and I would do shots.
I can see that. Like just get like a little loose.
Yeah,
stuff.
but then you get way too too loose.
Sneaks up on you.
So bad. Did I ever tell you about the time when I was in California? I went on a date with this girl, and like we both kind of had like that agreement of just like, hey, this is really weird. You know, like we're both nervous. Like, why don't we do some shots? You know,
Yeah.
and when we lined up the shots, and you know, it was really fun. And then we were in an outside bar, so I started smoking a cigarette. Did I tell you about just how her whole just mindset just fucking changed? She was so pissed off.
Really?
Dude, mad. Like I was just, you know, and like, you know, you do the thing where you're in the middle of a story and then you put a cigarette in your mouth and you know, and like you make like, but you're still talking.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm sorry. What are you doing? And I was just like, and you know, I did the thing like, what? You know, like kind of blow it out. Like, what's up?
Smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. I was just like, nothing. And she's like, are you really going to do that right now? I was like, not shooting heroin at the bar, you know? She was like, I think it's time for me to go. I was like, what the fuck?
Bye?
Yeah,
What the
bye.
fuck?
You know what I think it was, though? I think it was because she was drinking.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think because she was so, like, I mean,
Yeah.
my truck smelled like cigarettes. I mean, she had to know,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
But I was so embarrassed. Like, she just left. Like, people were around, you know?
Did you drive her there?
No, we met. No. What did we do? You know what? We went to the North Valley Metro Station.
Okay.
And then I picked her up there. And then we went to the bar.
So she just walked back to the North Valley Metro Station?
I think she got like a ride. I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah. So I just sat there and finished my.
It's LA. I guess you could. Pretty easy to find a ride.
Yeah, not anymore. That place is fucking horrible now. Well, I mean, it's always been horrible.
I mean, yeah.
But like, especially now.
I've had the illusion shattered long ago.
Yeah. How far away? How far away did you grow up from Los Angeles?
It was probably like an hour drive, maybe not even. I grew up in like the IE, like the Inland Empire, like Rialto.
Did you go there a lot, like Hollywood?
We used to
and
go
stuff?
for like the parades and stuff like that. And sometimes we'd just go for like
Parades.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember I have like the vague memory.
There's
of,
like the Rose Bowl, or not the Rose Bowl, but like the Pasadena Rose or
I
like
couldn't
flower.
name it to you, man. I just know that like when I was a kid, like I don't know. You know, you don't know time frames when you're that little. But
Yeah, for
I
sure.
just remember like once in a while my family would drive me to LA and we would go watch like parade floats and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
While there's just like crackheads and
Yeah.
ladies of the night around you, and
Yeah.
you remember that time, dude? You are so sheltered, and you're so adorable. I remember we went to California, and you were just so afraid the entire time. What do we do? We had this whole day planned. We had this whole day planned for you to. I don't remember what we're gonna do, but we noticed. What was it? The Ripley's Museum,
Yeah.
the Wax Museum, and what else did we do? Museum of Death. Did we do that together?
No.
No.
No, you did that. Like without me. Thanks.
You're welcome. And then you were just like, all right, time to go home, because it was just nighttime.
We were just walking around on the boulevard, just like we went to a couple wax museums, and then we got really hungry and got McDonald's, and then we were like, now what? Now there's just all the scary people on the road.
That is not true. I totally had wanted to do stuff, and you were just like, it's time to go.
What else was there to do?
Oh, have a drink or something. I just don't think you like to be out at night, not in your comfort zone.
I mean, maybe it's because I hadn't had any drinks prior to that.
Right.
I definitely don't give a shit if I've got a good buzz going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I remember like while I was there, like you like smoked me out, or Art smoked me out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you remember we stayed up all night to catch like a 6 a.m. flight?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're so tired. And he took us to that breakfast spot.
Yeah.
We just passed out until like 3 in the afternoon.
That place was so good.
It's closed down now.
Really?
Yeah.
That seemed like a place that had been open for a while.
Yeah. Well, what's sad is that it happened before COVID too.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Doesn't that suck?
Can't even blame it on COVID.
You can't even blame it on COVID. It sucks. No, that place was so fucking delicious. That was the best food I ever had in my life was in California.
That was the first
hands
time
down.
I tried a Denver omelet. I was like, I saw it in Pulp Fiction. Let's see what this is all about. Denver omelet. Let's go.
It's great. But Garcon, coffee.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man. This has been,
man.
I've been really looking forward to this for the last couple weeks. I appreciate you coming on and just kind of shooting the shit with me today. So
Yeah, dude.
be pretty cool.
It's not really different from what we usually do.
Yeah, just a couple mics and a camera now, you know?
Unless we're screaming at each
Right.
other over a video game or something.
Right. Well, maybe if this works, hi, YouTube. I finally have the camera up, and if not, I'm wasting these couple seconds saying something that's not even real. No, man, I love it, and the first guest I thought of was you, definitely coming on.
Really?
I think I wanted to make sure that like I had all my ducks in a row first. Like I didn't want to come
I'm
on.
just gonna come here and just destroy you.
So
Rip you to shreds.
I think it's kind of like, I mean, how long have we known each other now?
Oh man, since like 8th grade.
8th grade? So
Yeah.
what was that? 2008, 7?
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at math.
Oh man, that would be
10.
like 12 years? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 years.
12, 13 years?
12, 13 years. That was awesome.
Damn.
Remember Jacob in the 8th grade?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, just spiky hair and like your fucking Quicksilver shirts and
My
shit.
puka shell necklaces, my DC shoes. I thought I was so cool.
I didn't look like, I didn't even like discover like my like visual identity back then. Like I just wore like whatever clothes my parents bought me.
Yeah. It's when, it's some
I feel
reason.
like both of us did.
Yeah. But like once you go to high school, you just see the kind of girls you want to fuck. And
Oh yeah,
you just,
dude. I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy every band shirt
yeah, it's
ever,
time to be emo.
and I'm gonna like sew my pants up to be skin tight.
You know what I think it was for you, though, is definitely your ability to just be such a great artist. I think you just had an in. How many girls did you talk to that were just like, you should draw me?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. Even girls I didn't really date. They were just like, you should draw me. I eventually got to a point where like I was like, I forget who it was. It was like one of my girlfriend at the time, like one of her friends. She was like, you should draw me. And I remember she had like really bad acne. And I was like, oh, I'll draw you.
Oh, I'll fucking draw you.
And I drew it. And it was a good drawing, but I also drew her acne. And, and that was like my in to be like, I'm going to draw you. And I'm going to draw you.
You drew her like a New York Times cartoon.
Oh yeah, dude. It was like a caricature. Like,
Her back acne represented just the economic system in 2008, and
yeah, man. I mean that eventually stopped people from asking me, but like it's never stopped. Like oh, I want to get a tattoo. You should draw it for me.
I did that.
You did that. I've
Yeah,
drawn,
man.
What?
Yeah, that one.
That one. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites actually. I like that one a
I
lot.
forget that I drew that for you all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, you drew it. I mean, just many of the drunken night conversations
I like
that
that
we.
one, though. That's
Oh, I
so
love
cool.
that one. That one's
Ghost-
awesome.
Ghost Captain.
I wanted you to do more. I would still let you do more. I'm slacking.
I'd love to. You're one of the few people where like I wouldn't question it. Like
No.
yeah, absolutely. Sure. What do you want?
Right, exactly. I lost my train of thought. No, I've been slacking. I had this plan to get so many tattoos this year, and like I got the one behind my ear, and then I decided to grow my hair out. So like I totally forgot that I even had it.
Yeah.
But I wanted more. It's just, I think it's like the older. I mean, this is obvious. Like the older you get, you just like, I want a tattoo, but okay, I gotta get groceries first. I gotta get an oil change.
Yeah,
I gotta
just being an adult.
Yeah, and then like you look at the rest of your money, it's like, okay, I've got this much money to last me, until 2 weeks, and it's just like, okay.
I feel like if you're thinking about it like that, like don't get a tattoo.
Yeah.
If you're like, all right, so if
what's crazy? How you ever think about like you ever like look at young adults and think like, how do they have all this so far? Like I have people that are young,
Dude.
friends younger than me that have just covered.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, that can't be the only thing you spend your money on.
I don't know, man. Some people find. I mean, I've noticed a lot of people just get really lucky with jobs, or just like suck that dick about getting like a really shitty job that pays really well.
Or they just suck that dick and they get tattoos. That's why I wish I was a
Or
hot.
they just suck dick and
I
people
wish I
pay
was a
them
hot
for
woman,
that dick.
dude. I tell Allie all the time, I wish I was a hot woman, dude, because I'm such an ugly man that
You're not ugly, dude.
I don't think. No, I'm not. But you know what I think it is my weight.
That's what everyone would say.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everyone's self-conscious about their weight. You're not a bad-looking guy.
No.
I remember watching like some of the old like videos where like in high school where you were in the band, You know, being like, look at Jacob, little
I
piece
know.
of ass right there.
It's a hot piece of ass scene ass. Dude, I did used to think I was so hot. Dude, the ego that I had in high school was just immense because
Same.
I was in a band. You know what I mean? Like I looked good. Like I was playing guitar. You know, like yeah, you must have thought you were so cool. Like you were one of the few friends I knew that actually went to college right after, and not just college, a university right after high school. Like I thought you were so cool.
I ruined it.
Well, you ruined it when you picked your major, if I'm being honest.
I was an art major with a painting emphasis. Wasn't the best choice.
I remember every time we did something with art, I would always just be like, Christian, what does that mean?
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember all the stuff. I'm like one of those people where it's like I should just teach it. You know,
That'd be awesome.
I would love to. Honestly,
I'm so surprised you never went into teaching or tattoos. I'm so shocked that you never did that.
My thing with tattoos is like, because I did try to get into tattooing.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm the type where like I didn't want to, you know, apprentice under someone that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that our tattoo artist, you know, said he wasn't doing apprenticeships anymore. And whenever I did try to get into an apprenticeship, it's like, you know, it's like a year or something like that, unpaid, you know, and then you're not like, it's even longer than that before you even get to, you know, touch a gun, you know. Like,
it's not, you know, and I think that's where like the shoulda, coulda, woulda comes from, where like I'm gonna be 20. We're gonna be 27 this year.
Yeah,
and it's like I'm kind of running out of time on this whole like
to follow your dreams.
like really, I mean, like what do you hear, you know, always with like oh, like that. It's like, oh, I had to put my nose to the grindstone for a year. I had to, you know, I didn't make money for a year. Like I've got bills.
Yeah,
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I've had people, you know, and people who have reached out to me and tell me how good this podcast is. Like I so appreciate it. A lot of people follow up with just like, why don't you just let this be your hustle? Like, why don't you let this be your because dude, like I can't take a year off work to hope that this pans out.
Well, and then, you know what, the way you're looking at it is the way that I look at a lot. I look at it like that a lot with art too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because people think like, you know, like my family and stuff always tells me. I mean, you have even told me sometimes.
Yeah, I
know,
tell you
like,
all the time.
Why don't you just sell your stuff? Like, just sell some paintings. Sell this. It's not that easy.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, have you ever had a real situation where someone's like, hey, I'm looking for this. Can you commission it? Have you had any kind of commissions like that since college?
I have had people do that, like try to commission something from me, but a lot of times it turns out like, you know, because there's things that, you know, I'd like to ask, and maybe it's just me getting in my own way. You know, I've asked people like, okay, what kind of like paper stock do you want it on? You know, what kind of, you know, medium would you like it to be?
Yeah.
You know, because obviously like, you know, acrylic paint is going to cost less than oil paint.
I wouldn't know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, oil paint costs way more than acrylic, and it's also like way more time intensive because oil paint takes a lot longer to dry than acrylic.
Okay.
You know? And I could probably make the same painting in oil and acrylic, you know, but some people, you know, like that little, like that, you know, what do you call it? I don't know, because it's looked at that way, like people like to have the oil painting instead, you know?
Okay.
But aren't patient for the finished product.
Got you.
You know,
like
so
they give you like a deadline that doesn't seem very fair.
Yeah, and I'll tell them like, you know, it's going to take a lot longer for that for me to get that done than that.
Sure.
You know? And I've had people, you know, commission paintings for me, like, hey, can you do this for me? Like, it's going to go in my living room, and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's going to be this. It's going to cost this much. You know, how big do you want it? And then people will be like, you know, kind of big.
Oh yeah, it's kind of hard to do that when you're not getting proper instructions.
Yeah, so
but, I mean, you can't blame them because I mean they don't really.
And it's you know, partially it is my fault because I don't have like, you know, like it's not like I have like a set business model, you know, where I have like an application for someone to fill out. You're like, oh, I want this 18 by 24, you know, like
right.
So I mean, I know that like in terms of painting, especially like that, a lot of that is my bad.
Yeah.
But I think also like, you know, even though it's what I went to college for, I don't think painting is like the medium that I'm the most proud of as an artist. Yeah, definitely not.
What would you say is like your not magnum opus, but I mean just like what is like if you could start tomorrow, and obviously artistry is your number one thing, but I mean there's thousands of branches of what defines that. For example, for me, I play music. So it's like, what would be that thing for you if not painting?
Really like just pen and ink. I think like my, you know, we've talked about like my comic book that I'm working on. I think that definitely has potential to get really big if I, you know, again, like nose to the grindstone, just trying to like really bust it out. You know, but there's other like life gets in the way, you know, and that's
For sure.
been put on hold for a minute. But ultimately, I think I'm the best at like 3-dimensional art.
Okay.
You know, so like ceramics, welding. Just
That would be sweet for you to get into welding.
I mean, I know how to do it. I know how to weld. I know how to forge metal.
Is that equipment like just crazy expensive?
It's not crazy expensive. It's kind of like how you were talking about like with your tattoos, where you know I got bills to pay, and
Right.
sometimes you know
That just gets in the way.
buying a whole forge,
Right.
you know, pertinent to my current situation.
You ever tried making one?
I have thought about it. You know, there's just a lot of like other aspects that go into like that where like I'm kind of scared to just make my own
Because you
I don't
can't
know,
blow
like,
up.
Yeah, I don't want to blow up. You know, I could do it, but you know, I get scared. So
Yeah,
I'd
for sure.
rather just buy, you know, like a little box.
So like okay, so like metal work.
Mhm.
Okay, so not like maybe not like weapons.
No, definitely weapons.
Definitely weapons.
Yeah.
That would be.
I'll probably make myself like
You know what's
17 swords before I actually start selling stuff.
I think about like that kind of stuff, and you know, especially you. I mean, you of all people understand that one piece can just set you up for the year. So it's like a superb something.
Sometimes, I mean, like, you know, a lot of people say that, and I remember when I was in college, like my instructor would tell me, like, you know, oh, you know, this person really, you know, did their work and they made these paintings in this class, you know, and then he's like, and I went ahead and submitted those paintings to this gallery person that I know, and they put them up in their gallery, and they sold each of those paintings for over $10,000.
That's so crazy.
And I was like, that's never gonna happen to me.
Why?
Well, I feel like, especially because I was taking oil painting classes back then, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of what people like in oil painting is like photorealism, which I'm not about. You know, I could do it. I hate doing it though. You know, I'm like, what's the point of getting a painting done if it's gonna look like a photograph?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Okay.
You know, I prefer more like someone's original like art style.
Well, you were a big fan of Dali.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, because you like what is it, surrealism?
Surrealism, yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's always been your art style too.
Dude, I mean, I've tried to make stuff like that. I don't come. I mean, obviously, I don't come close to Dali, but yeah, just that weird like warped, you know, like making people interpret your art. I think is
like really think.
Yeah, and that's what he was like. I wouldn't consider myself a surrealist by any means. You know, I'm more like I like to do, you know, pen and ink, kind of akin to like I used to read this comic called Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Oh yeah.
By Jonan Vasquez.
Oh, that reminds me of
my.
MySpace.
Yeah, it's the same guy that did Invader Zim and stuff.
Yeah.
And that comic was awesome, but it's like I wouldn't say it's, you know, incredibly well drawn.
Yeah.
But it definitely speaks to the art style of the artist.
Yeah.
And the psyche of the artist.
Well, I think that's something that, you know, even, you know, when we were talking about what we were talking about this morning, and I'm sure a lot of people can agree that, you know, something doesn't need to be 4K defined perfection to really be considered masterpiece.
True.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, I'm a huge fan of just like those weird 3 a.m. Adult Swim shows, and they look like garbage. They're horribly drawn, but they're funny, and I get it. You know what I mean? And like it wouldn't be as funny if they didn't look like shit.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I totally understand. I can't even grasp what, you know, your thought process on that kind of stuff. I've never been able to draw. I make music, and I guess I can kind of relate, like when it comes to like, but I'm all over the place. I mean, it seems like you have definitely a very clear path as to what you like to create.
Yeah.
I like to do everything, so I'm kind of on the opposite, you know, perspective. It really just depends on like my mood that day.
Mm-hmm.
What I envy is that you just have these, I guess you could just call them muse moments, you know, where you're just like, everyone needs to shut the fuck up right now. Don't talk to me. I'm about to create a masterpiece. You know what I mean? And I was telling Allie, it's like, it's almost like the same way with music, where it's like something as rudimentary as like getting something stuck in your head.
Yeah.
I've had moments where her and I are just laying down for the night, and she's like, oh, tomorrow we're gonna, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Gotta go to the office real quick, and I gotta fucking jam because I gotta record this. So I'm sure you've had those moments too.
Definitely. And I mean, you say you don't feel like you can relate, but you definitely can, because I feel the same way towards you about music. You know, like I played a little bit of bass and stuff, but like there have definitely been times where like I'll be sitting like on the couch playing a video game or something like that, and I'll just start like humming like a beat or something like that, and I'll be like, that beat, you know, like I would love to play that on guitar.
Yeah.
You know, and then I pick up the guitar and I'm just like, you know, how do I do this?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like kind of, I would say that's like the equivalent of like when you're like, I don't know how you can just see something in your head and just draw it.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly what it's like, how I feel in terms of music.
Right. No, and you know what also is, this is pretty crazy. We were talking about so I don't know if anyone, you know, can relate, but I've been starting to look up, ever since you said something, I've been starting to look up like what dreams represent.
Yeah.
I told you that I had that dream where I was like losing my teeth.
Yeah.
And you said that it like kind of represented like you forgetting something.
It represents like, like loss and or forgetfulness or something like that.
Yeah, something crazy. And I've been having such vivid dreams lately, and I have no idea why. But I've been having dreams where like I've been writing, not to suck me off too hard, like literal like #1 hits. Like I'm talking like We Are the Champions.
Ooh. Like
in my head, and I wake up the next morning and I'm like, fuck, like I just don't remember what it was, and it's so fun. But you know what's weird, and this is another thing I wanted to talk about is do you dream more vividly when you're drunk as opposed to sober?
I don't think when I'm drunk, I don't feel like I dream.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. That's like what's so weird. And like so I will get hammered, pass out, I wake up at 7 a.m. You know what I mean?
Just like nothing.
Like nothing. But like when I'm sober, I have these weird fucking dreams.
Yeah.
And they're so, you know, it's like, but they're not nightmares. So it's like, I was actually talking to my therapist about it. Like, it sounds very alcoholism, but like sometimes I prefer to like go to bed drunk.
I get it. I mean,
well, I just sleep better.
Sure.
Allie and I don't go to bed at the same time. You know, she will go to bed around like midnight. I'm an old man. You know, I go to bed at like 10:30.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll wake up to her watching TV, and it's almost like a lucid dream switch where it's just like as soon as I wake up watching, you know, or like looking at her watching TV, I go back to bed, dream time, and it's really intense.
That is weird.
That is weird, and I don't know why I've been doing that.
Like you'll just have like a quick like 5-minute dream,
but it feels like all night. Like I will have a consistent dream all night long. Well,
really?
But that's the thing is I don't understand the perception of time where it's like is it all night long, or is it like, you know, like we read, like is it the last 5 minutes?
I feel like I read somewhere that it's like you only remember like the most recent dream that you're having.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that stuff, but that's what I feel like I remember reading.
God, I remember I was on such a lucid dream kick like right after high school.
Yeah.
Like I tried.
Oh.
Well, that's when I had my really bad sleep paralysis because I kept fucking it up. So I'm like ready to go fuck Kim Kardashian, and then I actually just wake up and there's fucking the kakui like at the edge of my bed, you know, like
sitting on your chest. Time to wake up, Jacob.
Yeah, but like I sleep like a rock when I'm 4, 5, 6 beers deep.
Oh my God. I mean, I also kind of messed around with like the lucid dreaming thing. I used to do this thing. I forget where I read about it, but they're called binaural beats.
What's that?
And it's like you fall asleep with like headphones or earbuds in.
Okay.
Right? And it plays one beat in one ear and it plays a different beat in the other ear.
Ooh.
And what you're supposed to do while you're falling asleep is you're supposed to try to turn each beat into like an image, and then like it's weird to say, but like you're supposed to try to make a 3-dimensional image in your head with the 2 beats in each ear. So like what I would always envision would be like a wireframe cube, just to keep it easy, right?
Sure.
So I just picture, you know, part of it on this side, part of it on this side, and then they were like converging in the center of my head, you know? And I would just keep doing that and just imagine a rotating cube until I fell asleep. And then I would have dreams, and then I would have lucid dreams.
You know what this sounds like?
But I would also, like you said, like I would also fuck it up sometimes, and I would also
you see the devil?
Just have the devil sitting on my chest. Yeah,
that sounds like a Tool music video.
It does kind of.
Fibonacci sequence, man. Yeah. God, it's so weird to like. It's gonna sound stupid to say. It just sounds so weird talking to you, like, and not what we normally discuss. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like, I mean, you are my best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've known you. Well, no, that's not true. I was gonna say I've known you more than half my life, but that's not true. But close to. I mean, close to.
13 years.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah,
about just about. You know, and it's just like the amount of times that we've had like stupid interactions definitely outweighs like the serious. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, like it's like, you know, the other day I sent you that personality test that I took.
Yeah.
And it was like almost like photo identical to yours.
Dude, like I was, yeah, it's so crazy that like we are just like, we are total twins. Like, can't play Cards Against Humanity together. We'll win.
People get mad at us.
You know, people get mad at us because we're fucking funny. At least we find each other funny.
Hey, Jacob.
You know what I mean? But
Jacob,
you know,
Jacob.
What?
Log.
You wouldn't get it, everybody. This is you gotta, but like I was, you know, in a, I think it was last week's episode. You know, we were talking about relationships and, you know, friendships that I've had to kind of just throw away.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and but I mentioned you and how like we've had our moments. Definitely. I mean, with the video games, we're both very competitive. I mean, we've almost fist fought each other.
I do Naruto, man.
Oh my God. You know what I mean? Just playing Smash Bros over the phone, and it's just like, you know, the other person's pissed off because they don't they don't say anything. You know,
2 days ago, I think my knuckles are still bruised.
We've caused a lot of Kyle moments.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just take it out on everyone else but you because I love you so much. But I mean, it's cool. Like I remember seeing this stupid meme on Facebook the other day where it's just like, guys do this thing where they just meet 3 friends in high school and they're just like, I'm done socially forever. And it's like, it really is. I mean,
seriously, yeah.
It's you, Robert, and my buddy Lawrence. You know, even though Lawrence and I haven't talked in a year and a half, like as soon as we talk,
that's like your childhood friend.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm good.
I get you. Yeah.
So it's like, no matter what we do, it's like, we're always going to be homies,
right.
You know? God, so many stupid fucking memories. Remember my 21st birthday?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Just so many nights where, you just don't remember. You were definitely, dude, I wish I would have started this podcast literally years ago because the amount of stuff we talked about in the garage in the old house.
Oh my God, that could have been a show.
Hours of just comedy gold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, nothing's changed. You know what I mean? We could be 45.
Oh yeah.
Same fucking homies. You know, you were talking about that party that, you know, where you just drank that entire thing. So what?
I ruined that party.
What? It was a mutual friend of ours. And we weren't living together. No, because this is when I was living with Aaron.
Yeah.
And so we weren't living together, but we got an invitation to the party. Do you remember back in the day when like parties in high school were just like 3 people and like 2 bottles of booze?
Yeah. That was whack.
That was whack. I mean, we also weren't even allowed to drink back then.
We weren't that cool.
Yeah, we were. So it's not even a party.
I didn't start really partying until after high school.
What do we say? Like a kickback?
A kickback.
That sounds cooler, but it's not really.
No, it's just people's way of saying
it sounds more like you have to be invited, you know, but like it's
more
just
exclusive.
Yeah, but it's not really.
Only cool people.
But
3 of us.
Yeah, all 3 of us, and they did. It was like a stupid drinking rule where what was it like? Whenever someone says Parrot Bay or Fireball, or if you had a glass of that, you had to drink it or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you like to do this thing where as soon as you start drinking. You're going to stay there all night. You don't have any intention to leave.
I also wasn't driving or anything back then.
Right.
So I was like, it's someone else's problem.
Right. It's someone else's problem, you know, to take care of Christian. And that was me. I'm someone else. And I remember I got really pissed off. And this was such a fucking stupid idea. But I took a pint glass, and I just put, what is Parabay? Rum? It's rum.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Glass full of rum. And I was just like, here you go, Christian. Drink this one. Without a fucking hesitation, Christian grabs this glass, all of it. And you said that was the last thing that you remember.
I was about to say, that's the last thing I remember from that night. I remember vaguely. I remember holding a scorpion in my hand at one point. And I remember, like, I only remember every time I would run to the bathroom.
Dude, after that happened, it was literally, I have to get you off the roof. I was gonna say, I also remembered falling down that spiral staircase. The spiral stairs, and like we're about to leave. It was probably, I think to this day, that was the most wasted I've ever seen you.
That might have been the most wasted.
And we've all definitely been there. I mean, when you have to take care of your buddy. But I mean that's not even where the fucking story begins.
He had to carry me out of that party over his shoulder.
Oh my God, we had a 30-minute drive ahead of us too, and
it wasn't 30.
It was totally 30, buddy. It was far from the house.
No, I'm saying it was longer than that.
Oh yeah, it could have been.
We were in El Mirage and they were in like downtown Scottsdale,
something like that. And think about it. We're 19. Right? About 19. Something like that. We're 19. We're wasted. I'm drunk too. I want to make this very clear that I'm pretty buzzed, and I knew I had to drive. Like, I've got a homicidal maniac in my fucking car. He's crazy, and I put him in the front seat. And
mistake number one
was I put you in the front seat and I didn't lay your ass down on the back like a fucking hearse, dude. And we're driving home, and the first thing that you say to me is, Jacob, I need to throw up. It's the first thing you say. And I am definitely not old enough to drink, and it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're driving under the influence, you're going to jail. There's no, so I kept lying to you. I was like, we're so close, buddy. We're almost home. I'm so proud of you.
Fucking like 30 minutes away.
And you start rambling. Oh my God. What was it? Fuck, it doesn't matter. You talked about, what was it? Deadpool fan fiction. You're talking about how you could beat Ivan Drago in a boxing match. You're rambling, dude, and I'm like the whole time like, okay, I felt like I had a toddler. Like when you're when your toddler's just like, and you're like, yeah, buddy,
you sure could, buddy.
That's great. And the whole time you're like, I gotta throw up. Your fucking head's out the window. You look like the Joker in The Dark Knight, where he like is out of the cop car and he's like just shaking his fucking head like you just chaos.
Yeah.
And we get to the house, and
it was that bump.
Oh my, dude, and it's just it's a bump up to the driveway, and I put my car in park, and I literally just hear like the sound that pasta makes when it just boils over. I just hear like a. And I look over. Christian is looking up at the ceiling of my car and just vomiting like Caesar's Palace fountain, like just on his face, on his fucking shirt, on my car. And of course, the first thing I do instinctually is I open that door and I kick him out of the fucking car. He's still throwing up.
Seatbelt still attached.
And you're apologizing
the whole from that.
Oh my God, I just kicked you out of the fucking car. And I remember I got you out of the car, I got you standing, and the first thing I remember was Aaron telling me that he had company that night.
Yeah.
And I remember I looked at the front door.
I knew her.
Yeah, we knew her from high school, and the first thing I see the TV silhouette, and I was like, of course they're in the fucking living room right now. I kick in that door, and I just said, I need some help. I just totally ruined this dude's whole fucking night. We get you upstairs. I take off your clothes, put them in the wash. I gotta get you in the shower, but you won't even stand.
I probably couldn't.
You couldn't.
This is where I'm completely blacked out at this point.
Yeah,
I don't remember any of this.
So I
remember vaguely being kicked out of the car because it hurt.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Oh my God. And I got you in the shower, and you're laying down like a bath in the shower. And I remember the only thing. This definitely looks like like if you were a celebrity and I had this video and I posted it to TMZ, your life would be ruined. Like,
oh yeah, dude, this would be my. I guess you did say expose.
Right. And I keep asking you, like, what do you need? What do you need? And the only thing you say is you go, water. I need water. It's just like that. I'm like, I couldn't get down to the fucking kitchen fast enough. And I give you the water. All I have is a ceramic mug, like for coffee. And I give it to you. I'm like, all right, I'm going to let you soak. I'm going to close the door. I literally close the fucking door, Christian, and I hear a loud crash. And I go in, you fucking threw the cup of water at the fucking wall, and you had the audacity.
I was done with it.
You had the audacity to apologize. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I get you out of the shower. You're butt naked. I have to put you in something.
You forgot to mention that, like, a homegirl stepped in for a second.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, homegirl steps in and he's like, is he okay? And I'm just like, not now. I need you to leave right now. Like, please, thank
You
you.
want to know something weird?
What?
She texted me the next day.
Did she?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
I don't know. I forget what it was. It wasn't bad. I remember that, but I remember it had something to do with her seeing my fucking whole cock and balls.
Or Willie?
Yeah. And I was just like, well, sorry, I was drunk. She was She was like, don't be.
Oh my God. She was like, no, it's funny. What are you doing later? Because she knows you fucking party.
Dude, I should have married that girl. She saw me at my lowest.
Oh my God. I know. I want to talk about the finale of this story. So,
Oh my God.
I'm trying to get you in jammy jams. Your twig and berries right in my fucking face. Like, I'm trying so hard to, like, just get you in. And it's just right here, just like, I'm like, if this thing touches me, I'm going to fucking lose it. Like, and I get you in bed. Now we're the next morning, and I want to know, like, your thoughts.
So, some backstory. I mean, this was like 2 weeks prior. You had told me that you had really revealed two things to me. Okay, that you were one, bisexual, and
Yeah.
two, that you were kind of in love with me a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I didn't know if you wanted me to say anything.
I actually didn't say anything yet, but
Oh well, Jacob's bisexual.
Yeah.
And he was in love with me for a minute.
you know what? I think that's the most beautiful way to say that. So
Dude, that should be your coming out story. Like, I found out I was bisexual.
yeah, but it was not even sexual. That's the thing.
That's
you
true.
thought it was sexual.
Well,
Okay, so
and
go
this
ahead.
is just my, intolerant brain.
Yeah.
Or I just don't know. I didn't know what it was like to have a bisexual best friend.
Right.
So, like, it was on my mind, because do you remember the first thing I said to you, like, when you told me that you had a thing for me?
Go ahead.
I was just like, come on, man. Like, why you gotta do this to us?
So we had such a good friendship. You just friend zoned me. You just said
I straight up just point blank friend zoned you.
Yeah.
And, believe me, Jacob, like, if I was bisexual, man, I'd be grabbing your butt all day, every day. I grabbed your butt at the store today.
Yeah, you did.
So, I mean, don't think that's why. I know I'm an effeminate boy.
Yeah.
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 I'm just not, and I told you that, and, we moved on, that's why I love our friendship, because we could just keep going, it wasn't a kink in our, situation.
Yeah.
And we kept going. We go to this party, I black out. I wake up the next morning in Jacob's bed, sleeping next to Jacob, no underwear on, with Jacob's pajamas on. And I look over, and Jacob's just knocked the hell out. Like, and I remember, like, we woke up, or I kind of tried to, like, I kind of slapped him around a little bit. Just wake up.
Yeah.
I remember asking you, just like, hey, you're like, what? I'm like, did you fuck me last night?
Just, did you rape me last night? I saw my opportunity and I fucking seized it. Like,
which, in hindsight, I feel horrible about.
right.
But it's always been, like, one of our, like, best stories.
Yeah.
Because I was hungover as fuck,
Yeah.
And there was, for a brief moment, like, a second where I was like, oh my God, because I'm not even gonna lie, like, I've done kind of gay stuff, like, when I got drunk,
Yeah.
I've kissed guys before,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, oh no, maybe I'll let it go too far,
Yeah.
and I asked you that, and Jacob's, you're a good friend.
I'm the best
And
friend.
you, like, kind of hit me, and you're just like, the fuck,
Yeah,
like,
what's wrong with you? You think I was gonna rape you? No, I mean, I understand.
I mean, I kind of have raped you when I was drunk. Do you remember?
No.
I remember, like, I think it was before this, actually.
Oh my God.
I got so drunk, and you were, like, trying to have, like, handsy pants with, like, the chick you were singing at the time.
Yeah.
And, like, you were, like, laying in bed, and, like, I was drunk again,
Yeah.
very drunk, and I was like, "Where's Jacob?" And everyone was like, "He went to bed." And I was like, "Nuh-uh."
Yeah.
And I like crawled into bed. And I remember this too. This is the bad part. Is I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember just like jumping up on the bed and like just ripping your pants off and just death gripping your dick and balls so hard. And like,
Oh my god, I do remember.
just pulling you off the bed by your fucking John.
That's, I mean, but every dude has to have a story like that with their best buddy. I mean, it really, when it comes down to that, and yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, I never really formally talked about it except for my close friends, but yeah, I mean, I like both, that's weird. It's weird to say.
I know. Now I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. I think that this was the way I wanted it to be, on something that I love. And yeah, man. I mean, I thank you kind of for like saying that, I
For just doing it for you.
Kind of
just
like I
you off the ledge.
I didn't expect it, but I'm not mad. Okay. I'm not gonna like edit it out or anything like that. So yeah, I think people who I didn't tell knew. Okay. To get kind of real for a second, and then we'll jump back into it.
Sure.
I think my parents always kind of knew. I've always been a.
You haven't told your parents yet?
No, but I
just told your parents?
No. So I've and maybe people out there also kind of relate in a way where I told my stepmom.
Yeah.
Without saying it, I kind of said it without saying it.
I feel like she'd be the coolest about it.
Yeah. Well,
sure.
and I pretty much told my mom. But we had a moment in the car one time where it was just kind of like a silence, and she just kind of was just like, Jacob, I love you no matter what.
Oh my God, she just did the thing.
Yeah, she like did the thing.
You can tell me.
Yeah, like she kind of like did the thing. I don't think I have two dads. I have a stepdad and a real and a dad, and I don't think they would care either. I think I just kind of put that on myself, that just like because I always primarily dated women. Mm-hmm. I didn't find it necessary, but I think that you should also not lie to yourself. And
right. Yeah. That's something that I'll say that's something that my family's never really understood about me.
Right.
Because I've never even like really fully identified as straight, because
sure.
I've told you yeah, I do gay stuff like when I'm drunk, I don't feel bad about it.
Right. No.
And I don't think it's just because I'm drunk either. Like, I don't think I'm just, I'm not like a girl.
You're just more comfortable.
Like, we'll kiss if you want us to.
Yeah, just like maybe more comfortable.
Yeah, it's just I'm looser, and I give less of a shit, and that's like kind of how like my whole situation is really. Like, I don't feel like this is gonna be funny, but like there's one thing that was said, I think, on Family Guy.
Okay.
Something that Cleveland says when it's like Cleveland, I think Joe are dared to kiss or something like that. And then Cleveland's like, it's just my body.
Right.
And that's how I'm like, that's how I'm living my life.
Right.
It's just my body.
I think it is for you too, that I think when we had that moment kind of together, as funny as it was, is I think that, I just told you how I felt. Not just, it was like a couple months, because I was living in a whole other house. I was living with, so it was a while, but I know that kind of I think festered is the wrong word, but maybe just like kind of sat in your head for a little bit, like if you were worried that, I would try to be weird about it, but I think that also with you, if I may,
sure.
Growing up, I know that, like you said, you never really ever came out as straight because you feel like you didn't have to, but I feel like we definitely had mutual friends that would always kind of question you.
Oh, everybody.
And so I think that kind of hit home to you because you knew what your identity was, but there was no reason for you to say what your identity was because you had nothing to prove to anybody. So, like, I think when you wake up and you think that initial, like, did Jacob fuck me last night? Where it's just like you're ready to freak out because you just know that that's not going to happen. But because, like you said, when you've had a few drinks in you, just let's see what happens, So I think that's another thing is that I've known many people in my life to kind of just, even if they're not gay, like they've always been very protective of like their masculinity.
Yeah, it seemed like I just don't give a shit that much.
Sure, yeah, but it kind of reminds me of like when you're in high school and middle school, where you're just like, "Hey, good job, bro. No homo." Like I had nothing to do, so
Yeah.
you know, just stupid, you know. But I think that goes into adulthood definitely.
Sure.
When you don't talk about it, I think it definitely goes into adulthood.
And that's why I feel so comfortable talking about it. I think because like, you know, I've never had to really protect my masculinity because, and I think you're kind of right with that, saying like, yeah, it has been questioned a lot of times, like whether people think everyone I meet tells me, "Oh, I thought you were gay when I met you." You know? And I'm like, no. Like, but I'm of the opinion of like, I guess the closest thing I would identify to, like you know, I don't like labels really, not to sound like a fucking hipster or whatever, but like I guess the thing I would identify most with would be like a pansexual.
Okay.
You know, where like I fall in love with people.
Yeah.
You know, I love people.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't mean I would try to fuck people. You know, like fuck everyone.
Right.
You know, like you. Like I would say, like I love your personality. You know, and I think that's why you and I get along so well.
Right.
You know, it's also I think why like sometimes when I'm, you know, at odds, you know, about our friendship as I have been in the past and as you have been in the past, you know, like, you know, when I'm trying to talk to you about it, I'll sound like a whiny girlfriend.
Well, I think that's love, man. I mean, you know, in last episode, I think, you know, in the last episode with Allie, I mean, we talked about just that the true friendships really survive those problems. And like you mentioned, I mean, we've definitely like argued as if like we're going to break up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we're buddies. And, you know, it's, and that's kind of like what I appreciate about you too, and you know, and it's kind of like a trope now. You see like, you know, like your bromances and stuff like that. But I think I was just so comfortable with just hanging out with you. You know, other than our friend. I mean, you're technically the second person that I ever knew, but I wish you were the first person because I trusted you the most out of everybody. You know, so it's like it's just I kind of to bring back, you know, what the original intent of this podcast was I don't ever want man or woman or, you know, non-binary. It doesn't matter what you are. If you have these feelings, nothing's going to be solved by just pretending like you don't have them.
Right. Don't get mad at yourself.
You know, when I was forced essentially to tell you how I felt, it was horrible. I mean, it felt awkward. It was the most awkward I ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
But I mean, what if we never did? You know what I mean? And it's just like, what if it blew up 2 years from now? And now we're adults. And now it's like, really? You know what I mean? Like, so it's, I just think that, especially, I think the generation that we're growing up in now is so in touch with their feelings as prior to, or more than our parents' generation was. I mean, how many stories do you hear about men who they have wives and kids, and in their 40s they come out as gay,
right?
You know what I mean? Because they were, you know, and I want to say that my dads never were like, oh, being gay, that's fucking gay. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and like that's horrible. Like, you know, we just never talked about it. But I looked at my friends more of like my solitude than my parents, and you know, it just it's kind of a stereotype now, but hey man, it's okay, you know.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. But I always been trying. I've always tried to be very like, I don't care,
right?
You know, if you like dick or pussy, whether you have a dick or pussy or both or none, you know, like you know, like I like people. Yeah, I love people, and you know, though that's how I decide who I want to spend most of my time with. Yeah, you know. And sure, like maybe sometimes like that flourishes out into like a relationship with somebody. Yeah. You know, a lot of times that ends up being, you know, kind of one-sided, you know, with certain people. And, you know, that's just where I kind of start to lose interest. Not that I'm mad that someone's not reciprocating those feelings. Yeah. But I feel like it eventually gets to a point where, you know, once it's out, you know, people kind of like are either going to like embrace it or pull away.
And that's when you kind of really know, like,
yeah, like I'll say like, even like with my family, like my dad, like I don't think he understands like when I try to explain, you know, about how I feel about, you know, intimate relationships or people in general, you know, I've never met a guy, that I want, to make sweet love to, or or anything like that. But I don't want to, like restrict myself from the possibility that it could happen.
Yeah.
Not saying that I'm holding out for a guy either.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like, I know that I want to fall in love with someone, and that someone may or may not be a dude. Yeah, and I'm not mad about that.
Right.
It's just, I'm not going to tell myself what to think. If my body naturally feels.
So you don't even see it that way. It's just like if you vibe so hard with whatever this person defines themselves as, it's that's awesome. Yeah, and I think that's how it should be.
It really that's how I've always tried to live my life. Just like who you like,
right? And if it is hetero, I mean, sure. I mean, I'm also not saying that like you shouldn't just be straight, like everybody. Like, no, of course not. Like if that's what you like, it's fine. But if you even have,
I am saying that,
right?
I am saying don't just. I mean, I am saying you shouldn't just be straight.
Really?
Yeah, because I think everyone, it's like food, like sometimes you might be in the mood for pizza. Sometimes you might be in the mood for pasta. Sometimes you might be in the mood for a very expensive dinner,
Well, now you just lost my right-wing fan base, so thanks a lot.
Sorry, guys. I'm saying, like, just come to terms with the fact that it's not black and white.
Yeah.
And, whether you like it or not, like, I'm sure there's some people who have wondered what it would have been like to be with someone specific in their lives,
For sure.
Like anybody, and it's like they teach you like when you grow up, everybody has those gay thoughts sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like, why are you having gay thoughts if you're not gay? Like, or at least not a little bit, if you're not curious.
Yeah, you're not just curious.
I mean, I don't know. Like that's where I'm just like, that's why I don't care to like make it so concrete.
Yeah.
I like who I like.
Right.
Men, women.
Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Right.
Men, women, dogs.
Oh my God. Please tell me. You got to say you're kidding.
I'm joking.
You want to take a quick break?
Sure.
All right, let's take a break. All right, we're back. Had to take a pee, smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Drink some more drinks that won't be named.
Drink.
Great. Now we're fucking sued. All right. Well, that was pretty fucking sweet. I love you, man. I love talking to you.
I love you too, bro.
It's really cool. That it's like no different. Like if we were gonna go get a drink at a bar or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to move the podcast a little forward and start talking about. I like to have a kind of Ask Jacob kind of segment where people just kind of write in anonymously and just kind of ask me questions. I'm not a professional. Clearly, I didn't even go to college. I did go to college, but for
a little bit,
like 2 months, and now I owe like $1,500.
Oh yeah, dude.
I pulled out all that money just to buy magic cards.
I bet you did.
I did. Oh my God. So this is our topic for today. So I got this one here. I saw this on Instagram and thought it would be a great topic. The question, is it possible that World War I and World War II took so many bold, masculine, and courageous men out of the gene pool that it has real, noticeable, and lasting impacts today? Not being facetious, it seems like those guys were in a whole different species. Yeah, I'm not going to war, dude.
Me either.
Fuck all that, dude. I tried right after high school, and I got an out, and I said, see you fucking later, dude.
Yeah.
No way.
I've contemplated it, like, on and off. Like, I mean, I couldn't now. But, like, yeah, definitely, like, in high school, I was definitely like, maybe I should just go to the military and just have everything paid for.
No disrespect to anyone who did. I want to make
that.
I
respect the shit out of anyone that serves.
For sure. But at the same time, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real with you, United States military. I'm not trying to die over some oil fields.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty interesting question.
I think I also saw that on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
I've seen that question before, but like it definitely, I mean, if I'm just allowed to just offer my
Go ahead.
my point on it, like, yeah, 100%.
You think?
100%. Like, I mean, let me hear what you think about it first. Like,
I think that when you were a kid during those times, as a man, I think that's just I think that propaganda was just more abundant, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
So I think that when you're a child and you're led to believe a certain way where it's not you and your family, it's you and your country, I think that it breeds you to, for lack of a better term, just kind of bleed red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I want to say masculinity. Like, I don't think they're like a whole different thing. And then this kind of goes back to, like, you know, kids today are so soft. I just think that we're also not born in a war-torn time. So I don't think it's as important, I guess.
I read, like, I think it was like a proverb or something, you know, and
Confucius say
something like that, you know, and it said that, you know, hard times breed strong men.
Mm-hmm.
Strong men bring peace, and peace breeds soft men or weak men, and weak men bring hardship.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
And then the cycle just kind of goes on and on like that. I
That's
think we're definitely the weak men, you know, existing after the strong men fucking gave us a nice peaceful world to live in.
Oh yeah,
more or less.
I get it. I mean, I definitely think that it took a different breed, but at the same time, like, I played Army with my friends, and like we did, like, you know, WWE and stuff like that. Really, I guess my answer is no, because I just feel like I just feel like times are different now, and I feel like as a man, you're just not. You don't have to just go to war and die. Really.
Yeah.
I think back in the day, is there still a draft?
No. I mean, you have to register for the draft, but like,
I thought you just registered as soon as you became 18. I thought that was a thing.
yeah, you do register for it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about the whole situation to know to like speak, you know, intelligibly about it.
Okay.
But like, I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of like fail safes that prevent there from ever being a draft again.
Right.
You know, but you do have to still technically register for it.
Oh. I mean, if I had to, I mean, sure, I'm not going to like flee to Canada.
That's probably the only time I would go to war is if I was forced to.
Right. I mean, it's either that or go to Canada or Mexico. You know what I mean? Like,
Just be a draft dodger.
I mean, that's why I gained all this weight after high school. They don't want me. You know?
I'm gonna just get fat.
I'm a fat bisexual guy. Well, that's funny. He knows how to play guitar. Like, I don't fucking, you know what I mean? They don't
Imagine me. I'm an artist, please. No.
Right, you know what I mean? No, you know, in a way, I feel like it kind of, I wouldn't even call them like a different breed. I just feel like, you know, like we were talking about earlier in this podcast, that they were just bred to believe a certain thing. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to go to the service. My grandpa went to the service. I have military in my family. Like, it sounded cool. I mean, you remember, I wanted to go to the Navy, you know.
Yeah.
I had, you know, situations where for medical reasons I couldn't, you know, but I think if they would have not said anything, yeah, I totally would have gone. I think I don't know. But this kind of goes back to, again, like, I mean, this is every boomer that just says our generation's soft, and I just don't believe that. I just think that times are different now.
I think a lot of it is also like, you know, it's just not. I mean, it was way harder back then.
Yeah.
You know, war was on a different level back
Right.
then. You know, like in trenches and, you know, like the beaches of Normandy. I can't fucking imagine what it's like to pull up in a boat. You know,
the video games looked pretty stressful.
I'm like, if it's anything like the video games, holy goddamn!
Yeah.
Like, no.
I think that, well, maybe in the opposite perspective, that yes, it was, but I mean, those dudes coming out of it were not right. You know what I mean?
It's just like today. I mean, like, this is how I would look at it. I mean, like, you know, there's still people like that.
Yeah.
There's still people that are just super ready to just die for the country.
Yeah.
You know? Props to you. I
Yeah,
respect
for
it.
sure.
I respect the hell out of that, you know?
Yeah.
I know that I'm not you know, that's just, like I said, it's just not for me,
No.
you know, but definitely like anybody that has the courage to do that, like my hat's off to you.
Yeah.
Like for real. And you know, we have some friends that are in the military, you know, and you know, I'll say this: every friend that I have in the military is not the guy that I thought was going to go to the military.
Right? Yeah. No, dude, for sure. I mean, you look at our, you know, one of our mutual buddies. I mean, he just kind of really just talks about how he finally moved back to the States, and he plays computer video games and collects Dragon Ball Z maquettes.
Love him.
Yeah, he's the fucking coolest. You know what I mean?
Sick,
that
dude.
Definitely did not exist back in yesteryear. You know, but I also think there's a lot more help now than back then. I mean, the question was kind of pointed at World War I and II, but I mean, from experience that I've had, I have two grandpas that were in the Vietnam War. Both totally are not right since then.
Oh, I remember when we went
Oh
camping
my
with
God,
him?
that's right. Yeah, my dad's dad. We went my 20th birthday. We went camping.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so.
and we went up north, and there was this huge thunderstorm, and I think we were all just around the fire, and just a
It
crap
struck like 10 feet away from our
dude, it was
campsite.
so loud, and like everyone's like, "Oh my God, my poor fucking grandpa, dude! What did he do? He like ducked in cover,
He
like
practically flipped a table.
yeah, and like went under the trenches, like
Yeah, he was.
oh, that's so
That
sad.
triggered something for sure.
For
I
sure.
felt really bad.
You know, what I noticed too is that like someone's fucked up when they don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
He does not bring it up.
I believe it. What was it? Have you seen Jarhead?
Yeah.
When he's like, your dad in the military? He was like, sir, yes, sir. He was just like, did he ever talk about it? He's like, sir, only once, sir. He's just good. Then he wasn't lying.
You know, and with much love to my mom's dad, you know, he was in the Navy and he was on a boat most of the Vietnam War. So it's funny because he has a lot of stories where my dad's dad does not.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because, well, my dad's dad was in like infantry. Like my dad's dad was like, you know, fortunate son.
In the shit.
Like, yeah, you know, he was there. And I just think that in today's world, I think that it's just the world has formed us into a more rational kind of.
I don't know, man. I feel like war might like does some shit to your brain.
No, but what I'm saying, like I said, this kind of goes back to what I, you know, when we first gave the question, is that it's just like, you know, I know people and you know people who were just like, yeah, sign me up, dude. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I think that was more abundant in the early 20s and 30s of the night. You know what I mean? Where it was just like, let's go, let's do this. There wasn't a lot of dudes who were just like, oh, I gotta.
I mean, a lot of them didn't have a choice.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't have a choice, how would you go about it? You wouldn't be like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Right.
You'd be like, I would hype myself up for it.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, hell yeah, dude. I can't help it. Let's go to war.
That was
You
one of
know?
my favorite insults. What do they call them? Draft dodgers.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite. I remember some old guy. I remember I was doing a comedy show one night, and I don't even remember the joke, but someone mentioned like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And some guy in the crowd was just like, that draft dodger. You know, I was just like, what a good insult. Like back in the day, just you fucking commie. Like, you know what I mean? I think war was just more abundant back in those days where, I mean, there hasn't been a world war since 1945 when World War II ended.
See, at this point, I'm like, they just haven't called it a world war.
Really?
I feel like there's enough parties involved to where it probably could be considered a world war.
Right.
You know?
Okay, so
they're
that's
just not calling it that.
So what if here's my question, is that tomorrow you get a call and you gotta go.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Fucking ready.
Really?
Yeah.
You do it?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't not do it.
That
goes back to like what I was saying. Like, I would just, if I didn't have a choice, if I got a letter in the mail saying you're going to war, let's fucking go.
I think I would try to be like, can I make it to Canada? Because Sarge, my AR-15's not loading.
Oh my god.
I'm tired.
Nah, dude, let's go to war.
That's good. It's like Bill and Ted, just Jacob and Christian go to war.
Let's go to war, dude.
But do you think you'd be a good soldier?
I I don't know. You know, it's one of those things like I'm not bad at shooting a gun. I mean, but I know
me
that's
neither.
not, I know that's not the whole job.
No.
You know.
You know what I think would fuck me up?
What?
Is like the terms that you have to call people who are your superiors.
Really?
Yeah, like the first and second.
Like remembering? Like,
yeah, I feel like I'd be like, I'm sorry, Dave. Like, like they're my manager. You know what I mean?
God.
Like, I don't back. So, but that's the thing is like, so then I guess the second question is like, okay, well, if you were born in so World War II happened between 1939 and 1945. So you would have had to be born at least 18. So what would that be in 1939? So you would have had 29.
28.
Like 1919?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know? So it's like you're born in 1919. By the time 1939 comes around, you're 20 years old, and it's just like it's not that the question is brought upon you. It's just like, do you give a shit about America or do you not? And it's like I feel like that weight kind of carried a little bit harder back then.
If you look at it like that, sure. I mean, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't really look at it like that. I would just I kind of go with the flow a lot of the time.
Right.
You know,
someone just hands you a gun, you're like, hey man, I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like I guess I would just because I wouldn't want to disappoint anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I would just be like, all right, like, you know, like I would just resign to the idea, you know, that this is happening, it's what's gonna happen, and I have to just be okay with it, whether I personally like it or
you make
not.
me feel like such a huge pussy.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
I'm like, I don't want to go.
God.
For real, dude. I don't want. They're gonna make fun of me. What would you? Okay, if you, what would you want to do in the military?
See, that's I feel like is the question that a lot of people should be asking.
So hold on,
Like,
not what you think you're capable of. Like literally, you could do whatever you want.
like,
What
what
would
would
you
I
do?
want to do?
Yeah.
I want to sit in an office somewhere off site. You know,
Some
like
pencil
somewhere
pusher?
really far away.
There's not some kind of like little kid like nostalgia of just like.
Well, see, like, yeah, I mean, definitely. You
You
know,
wanna be in
definitely.
the shit,
I want
you
to
know?
see like. This is why I know I shouldn't be in the military
Because you don't know.
because I want to see stuff that
But
I've seen in video games,
but you
in
don't.
real life.
Yeah.
But I also don't
Yeah.
at the same time.
Millions of people would attest to that you do not.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, and I'm not. I mean, like, I can't stress enough. Like, I am a huge pussy when it comes to that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I respect the fuck out of everyone that's ever served, everyone that ever will serve,
Yeah.
because to me, you're a stronger man than I am. You know,
Yeah.
like, or women too. Like, there's
Yeah.
girls in the
Oh,
military.
canceled. Too late.
I know. There's girls in the military that have bigger dicks than I do.
That's how I feel about women UFC fighters.
Oh, dude,
I could watch those bitches brawl all night.
I could too. Do you think you could beat him?
No.
You don't think you can go 2 rounds with Ronda Rousey?
No.
Really?
No. I think her
At least 2 rounds, Jacob.
So I know that I've always been an advocator of just like there's a reason why someone like Conor McGregor doesn't go against like Brock Lesnar. And it's because Brock Lesnar's just way bigger than him.
Well, yeah, they're in a different weight class.
But the thing is that they both have training.
Yeah.
I am definitely 100 pounds heavier than Ronda Rousey, but that doesn't matter.
100 pounds.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. She has to at least be. There's no way she's heavier than 160. I'm 245 right now.
I'm just giving you shit.
Oh, but like so, no way.
Okay.
But that's because I've had no training.
Okay.
There's no way. Could you? Do you think you could?
See, I mean, well,
No.
I don't know.
She's first of all, she's taller than you, so she definitely has a bigger reach than you.
I don't know. You're right.
I think a part of you just wants it to happen.
I think that's what it is. I think I just want to be the guy that's I beat Ronda Rousey.
What was it like Andy Kaufman? How he used to only wrestle women. you just want like that kind of like.
I'll just be like that, just in my onesie, just in the ring. With that monster.
Just your 1960s singlet, like. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
I don't know. I mean, I wrestled for like.
Yeah, you did.
You know, for like what, like 5-6 years or something like that, and I was good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I feel like
Yeah, but when's the last time you wrestled?
it's been a while. But dude, the muscle. This is what I'm saying. Like I'm just reliving the golden years. Like like the muscle memory is still 100% there.
Really?
You know, yeah, like if I watch like the Olympics or anything like that, or you know, just any like college wrestling,
Yeah.
you know, and stuff, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, I find myself just like,
Yeah.
you know, like trying to just get out of that double leg, you know.
Yeah, it's like you're the kind of person that someone breaks into your house, the first thing you do is go on your back, and you're just like, "Come down here, buddy, see what happens."
Nah, dude, that's jujitsu, man. I don't respect that for shit.
Oh my god, I think I would honestly want to do what I literally was going to go to the Navy to do anyways, where I was just going to be on a boat and I was going to talk to the big scary Marines and SEALs and be like, "Go over there." Okay, go do that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
or
Or-
like me, you just wanted to be a guy in an office,
Or
just away from everything.
or I want to fly a helicopter.
Oh man,
That would be cool.
that's I feel like that's a whole different ball game.
I want to fly a helicopter so bad. And I remember reading this thing that like to get your pilot's license is like the equivalency to like watching all of Game of Thrones,
Okay.
like in hours.
Uh-huh.
And I've watched all of Game of Thrones like 3 times. So like I could definitely be like a master pilot by now. You know what I mean? Like probably not. I don't know.
You might be. I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't fly a
Isn't
helicopter.
that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Like how you think like where your life would have gone if you would have done something different. You know what I mean? Like I like to really think like if first of all, if I would have gone to the Navy, I don't think we would have been as close as friends. Because
Yeah, you'd be gone.
I'd be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, but it sounds. I mean, obviously, but it's like I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have ever met Allie. Obviously,
Sure.
you know what I mean. It's like I like to. Sometimes I like to think like, what would have happened? Like if I would have actually gone to the Navy, would have bought a Charger.
Dude, every military guy has a Charger
Right.
or a Challenger.
Our friend doesn't have a. Does he have a Charger?
Did he might? I don't.
No, he's got like an old Jeep. That's what he
Part
was.
of me is like, text him right now.
Yeah, I'm
like-
gonna see. Hold on. Let me see.
Just, do you have a Charger?
Let me see, dude. We should ask him. We should ask him the same question.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Get him on.
Oh, let
Yeah,
me see.
hell yeah.
Oh, I hope he answers. Oh God, hold on. Hey. God damn it. Oh, I'm just gonna call him. I'm not even gonna. Let's see if he. Hold on. Dude, if he answers, that would be so amazing. Oh, I'm not even. Hold on. Let's see. He's not going to answer.
You don't think?
Hold on. It's only coming out of the one side. You notice that?
Yeah.
He's not going to fucking answer. That would have been fucking gold. We could have had him on. Yeah, he's not going to answer. I'm not going to keep calling him. It's fine. Let me see. Who else? Who else do we have?
Do you want to call your grandpa?
No, I do not want to call my grandpa. It's called Martin.
Martin?
George's
Oh
brother.
yeah.
It's called. That one's coming through both.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, he fucking hung up on me.
All right.
Fuck him. Whatever.
All right. Now they just get to hear our.
Well, and I
unbridled
bet
liberal-
you they're gonna hear the podcast and they're gonna be like, oh damn, you should have told me. Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
total surprise, bitch. Dude, I need him to answer, dude. I need.
Who, Jesse?
No, well,
I would rather talk.
oh, what a fucker. He was just like, I can't talk. What's up? On the podcast was gonna ask you a question about military stuff. Military stuff. There we go.
Martin.
Let's try Jesse one more time.
Sure.
Let's try. Let's see. Let's see. I bet you he'll just be like, no, it's all a fucking joke, dude.
I don't know, dude. He got super swole. Like
Oh, he did got.
he was
dude,
super lanky and skinny.
Dude,
in
he
high
used to be
school.
such a fucking noob. Hey, are you free? Can you talk for a second?
Yeah, for a couple seconds I can.
Hey, you're on the podcast with me and Christian.
Oh, what's up?
What up, Jesse?
Hey, super quick.
it
Hey,
going?
it's going good, dude. Hey, we're talking about we had a Ask Jacob section on the podcast, and I want to see what you feel about it. Here, I'm gonna ask you real quick. So the question is it possible that World War I and World War II took so many bold, masculine, and courageous men out of the gene pool that it has been real noticeable and lasting impacts on today? Not being facetious, but it seems like those guys were a whole different species. Do you feel like men back in World War I and II were a lot more manly than today?
I mean, absolutely yes, because so I don't know if you guys know this, but World War One, but especially World War II, a lot of dudes were joining at like 13, 14, 15.
God.
Really?
I think the earliest age recorded was someone was 12 was the like admin.
How did they do that?
What the fuck?
But yeah, dude, they needed people. So if they knew for a fact they were that young, they were putting them on like work. But a lot of them just didn't even care. They're like, yeah, we just straight up like need people. So like some dude, I think someone was 14 years old and was awarded the Medal of Honor.
Oh shit!
I gotta check on the name. I don't remember what the dude's name was, but yeah, dudes were like super young then, and nowadays, I mean, stuff like that does not happen.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. Holy shit! Would you?
Yeah.
If you could change, would you like? If you could go back, would you not join?
Oh no, I would absolutely join. Like, I mean, if I go back, like, sorry, I'm filling up my tires, but I mean, I bitch about it a bunch now, but if I go back, I wouldn't change anything, man.
That's what's up. We're talking about how much of a pussy we are, and now we're trying to flee to Canada.
Now we're trying to flee to Canada. But yeah, dude, I mean, that back then, dude, definitely 100% was like a purely different breed, man.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, you heard it here first from Mr. Marine over here. That's what's up. Thank you, Jesse. I just wanted to ask you that. I wanted a perspective of an actual military man and not two pussies who were just sitting in my house recording a podcast drinking White Claws.
You guys are pussies, man. I love you guys.
We're total pussies.
Thanks, Jesse. I'll talk to you soon, okay, buddy?
All right, later, guys.
Later.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye. God, I feel so bad now. I feel like such a fucking fat sack of shit.
Nah, dude. I mean,
God damn.
I'll definitely say, like, Jesse, like, in high school, I would not have thought that he would have been a
No
fucking
way.
Marine by now.
He was a lanky noodle.
He was a lanky, weird noodle.
Yeah, he was. But look at him now, man.
No, dude, I respect the shit out of that guy.
Oh, for sure.
Love
Dude,
him.
he's one of the best dudes I've ever met in my life. It's just, see, like, that's the thing is, like, would I just be like Jesse and I've just been like, hell yeah, they were a different breed. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Sorry. I literally am about to text Martin. I said, you missed your chance.
Dang. I also, I mean, I do agree. Like, there's two stories that I know of, all right, from back then that were just on a whole other level. I can't remember. I remember the names of one of the guys, but I can't remember the other guy's name. I think his name was Ina or something like that, right? And I think he was Finnish or Polish. I can't remember, but I think he was a military medic or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? He got separated from his unit or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? This was back then when they like had like amphetamines, you know, to like keep everyone going, you know, and I read like a story about him where like he got separated from his unit and he was left with the amphetamines for his whole unit, you know, and just being the guy like just like I'm by myself. What am I gonna do?
Right.
I'm gonna starve. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna do whatever. He took all the amphetamines at once. All right. He took all of them and just rampaged, I think, on Russians.
Holy
Just
shit.
on a bunch of Russians for like 2 weeks straight.
Oh, wait, was that the sniper dude?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to get to that one too.
Okay.
But like he just did that for 2 weeks straight, just rampaged on Russians. He got injured by a landmine, right? And eventually found his way back to like an outpost or a safe space or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And he did it all on skis, traversing just, you know, the snow and stuff. All right, and they said that they had that in that 2 week span, he had lost 94 pounds. And his heart rate was like double or something, like what a normal human being should be.
So he's at like 140.
So he was straight up, not only was he just like methed the fuck out,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, but he was like straight up just Terminator mode the whole time. Like,
And I'm over here just like I can barely reach down to tie my shoes.
Yeah, I don't know how old he was at the time, but that's insane.
Yeah, I knew about the sniper guy. What do they call him? The White Death.
Yes,
Yeah.
his name's I think it's.
But it was German soldiers he'd fuck up, right? Because he was Russian.
He was Polish. His name is Sima. I want to say Hayek, but I feel like I'm just thinking of Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's like something like that. And yeah, that dude was known as like the White Death because of this like canvas white mask he would wear because he was a sniper and he was like a farmer who taught himself how to use a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And he would go into combat with like an old like Mosin, rifle. I think he has like the most recorded confirmed kills.
Jesus Christ.
By a military sniper at like 500.
That's so crazy.
And also, he did it all with iron sights.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude.
But this dude like went into some crazy shit. Like he would keep snow in his mouth so that way people like the enemy couldn't see his breath.
Yeah.
In the snow and stuff like that. Like I don't know. He also carried I think it said 500 confirmed kills, but I think half of that was like with his submachine gun that he kept on hand too. But like, that's also kind of insane because like think about being a sniper, and then having to use your submachine gun a couple of times or 250 times.
I burnt myself on my microwave the other week.
Yeah.
This guy's over here.
Made different, man.
Okay, you know what? I changed my answer. They're just built fucking different.
Dude, people are different, man. I don't know.
Oh my
It
god.
was before Xbox, man. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go do war for real.
Can't fucking 360 no scope.
Nah.
The enemy fucking over. Hey, want to take our last break?
Sure.
Okay. Man, what a great episode. That was intense. You made me realize my real self on that one. Appreciate it.
Just bisexual and a pussy.
Yeah, bisexual and a pussy. That's me, dude. That's America fucking 2021. You got it, baby. Everybody, I want to thank you for joining the podcast today on The Basement Dweller. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram is Basement Dwelling Jacob. That's basement_dwelling_Jacob. Twitter is going to be TBD_Jacob. Always go ahead and email me if you have any questions, comments. That's tbdmanchild@gmail.com. I want to thank Cristian one more time for coming on. Thank you to, once again, our outro music today from Neon Bright. This is side 4. You can follow it on Spotify. I'll post the link below. Cristian, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
I love you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming down to the basement. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave a rating and review to help other people find out about the show. Got a question? Email Jacob at tbdmanchild@gmail.com or find him on Instagram at basement_dwelling_Jacob, Twitter at tbd_Jacob, and YouTube, The Basement Dweller. We will see you real soon.